So one of the areas of similarity that makes us aware that this is a system that has survived across millennia is, for instance, the concept of God. And when we say God, most people know God as a religious concept and identify with it as a man sitting in a place doing all these wonderful things. But when we look at the African spiritual philosophy, we find that Africans had a wider and deeper thought. You know, you cannot just God, or what we rather call the creator, because within the African system, creation comes from a masculine and a feminine principle. You can't have one principle alone creating something. So the other conception of the creator that we find among Africans, which is totally different from that which we find in the Abrahamic faiths as an example, is that of the creator or God being feminine. Because within the African ideology, what we find is the idea of God becomes the process of bringing life forward. So if we look in one of the oldest books of creation among the ancient Egyptians or Kemetans, we find that the manifestation of the male god, Amen, comes after he declares himself that he comes from the primordial waters of his mother, called Nun. So that we then find that the first, in a sense, Godhead is female. Now, when we even come back into modern times, let's say among the practitioners of Vodun in Benin or in its legacy in Haiti, again, you find that the idea of creation coming forward is attributed to the female or the feminine principle rather than the male. So these are some of the pieces of evidence that we found that has made us identify that